circuit number 8, right? I'm just gonna go through a couple exercises as I've been doing, give you a little bit of a demonstration, a little bit behind the why, but again, right now, I think all of our goals are just to continue moving, feel like we're making progress, and that's my goal here. So we're gonna use minimal equipment. We're gonna be using a TRX. We're gonna use different TRXs, same thing, it's just for expeditious nature. I have multiple ones hung right now. We have some bands, and I have a center mass bell or dumbbell, 30-pound equivalent, okay? So the first exercise is gonna be, it's gonna be an inverse row from the TRX. This one is gonna look a lot like if it was a long suspension and more of a row, but we're actually trying to get underneath the bar, right? So it's a real inverse row. You have two options. Obviously you can use two hands, right? If you want to be a little bit more, if you want to have a little bit more of a challenge, you'll do one arm at a time, okay? So the first one, pretty straightforward from an inverse row. You see again how short these are from the attachment point, because I'm going to try to get underneath of it, okay? Underneath of my attachment point to the best of my ability, okay? And I actually am squeezing my glutes to extend, okay? If you can elevate your feet, fine, elevate your feet onto something and pull, great, you can do that as well. The other option then is going to be, you're going to be single arm. Right, I don't want my other one arm floating out here. I'm going to stay nice and tight on the other side. You'll see here in a minute. Okay. Get tight on this side. Let myself rotate a bit. Pull and push up. I don't want this out here. Arm out here floating. Okay. Flex the lat in. Come up. Stretch and rotate. So I'm coming up with a straight torso, nice and level, okay? So that's the first exercise, so like a TRX inverted row, single, double arm, elevate the feet or otherwise, okay? The second one is gonna be, again, a TRX row with a dumbbell. So you will have to reconfigure a TRX to a much longer position, okay? You're gonna position the strap over your shoulder, right? You can grasp the TRX in an extended position. Pull this lat in. Right? I'm not out here holding on. I'm flexing my lat in this really good athletic position. Now I'm grabbing my dumbbell. I'm pulling really hard down, okay? It's keeping that shoulder away from my ear. Real stable position, okay? Find to really stabilize this position so you can pull here. Because if you're like this, you're going to start rotating. Again, your shoulder is poison for your ears. The next one is going to be one we've done a million times. We're going to do a lat flexion, but here we're doing it with a band. Okay? So in this case, anchor the band. Basically, your pull-up bar position. For me, if I stick my arms out like this, that's where I'm going to grasp the band. So that way I can pass my hands beside me. So take slack out of this band. So you get a bit of a triangle. Make a fist. Boom. Get far enough away from the bar that I can change the position of my torso and get my arms overhead without being in a shrug. So lats stay down. Extend back. Stand up. Flex back. Okay, we've done that one a million times in the programs and the videos, but here we're going to use a band. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stick with the band. We're going to attach it at a low point. Hand through the band, right? Grasp it. I want my position that I'm pulling the band essentially would be, if I were to sprint, it would be in the direction of travel, okay? So I don't want to be band taps the side and pull in, okay? Straight forward, the legs are not locked, all right? Basically in this takeoff position like the sprinter, lats locked. On this side, pull. Get to here, reach without shrugging, reach, Boom. On the other side, it'll look like this. Okay? All right, I'm not going to here. Lat stays down, pull. From here, reach without lifting. Pull. Reach. Pull. Okay? So that right there is going to be the single arm band row. Now we're going to go to reverse hyper. If you have a reverse hyper, business as usual, okay? Right? Belly down, extend it up. Before I ended up getting a reverse hyper, this was one of the options that I went to. I ended up getting a big Swiss ball. You'll see here in a second. This is actually a smaller one of the one I used to have for this reason. But you want a big Swiss ball. This is what this is, a Swiss ball, okay? Not a Bosu ball, it's a Swiss ball. Okay? Here I have it configured on a bench press. As long as you have a bench or a plyo box or something to elevate yourself on, right? Because the idea is to be in this position where I can come down and my feet don't hit the ground, okay? So if you're gonna use a bench press, you can put weight on a bar, you can hold the verticals. Really, this ball can go on about anything as long as, right? As long as I can keep my legs completely straight and my feet don't hit the ground. Because all I'm doing from here, boom, right? This is what I'm doing for my reverse hyper, right? And this is really easy if you need to add a little bit of resistance, you know, pinch a weight between your legs. There's a lot of things, because the thing about this is you don't need to do a lot of weight in general. So this is more of like lots of reps, lots of sets, lots of volume for this exercise. So that's what I call it kind of my poor man's reverse hyper, okay? The thing that's gonna bring this all together then is everything I just showed you. After every single set, you're gonna do 3 pull-ups. Every set. So right now you're gonna have 4 to 6 rotations, okay, of each one of those 5 exercises. Well, 6, I guess. And then you're gonna go 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. At the end of each rotation, you'll take 90 seconds off, all right? So work this in there, work the pull-ups in there, enjoy the workout, and be good to each other.